Welcome to Mr. E's Watch Review. Today we have another great unboxing. I have finally received my Ginault Silent Service date with Cyclops. I believe this should be, I had the first one. I'm not absolutely positive. John did not tell me this, but I know I was on his nuts to get this damn thing ordered and bugged the shit out of him to get me the link. So I believe I got the first order in. I really do. But if not, you guys let me know. And again, just because I hate it when people do, I'm doing an unboxing, and you can tell the box has already been clearly opened, and they've already gotten in there. You guys see, I'm busting open the seal, and all my stuff is unscripted and unedited. Because I likes to keep it real. All these other guys, they, production value. Man, I'm with the production value. But I'm with the honesty. And y'all can always take it to the bank that my reviews are 100% honest. They are 100% my opinion. And I'm not an expert. So it's from more of a consumer's point of view than anything for me. All right, so same thing as last time you guys saw. We got the same beautiful Ginault box. Absolutely fabulous quality. We're just going to go ahead and get to the meat of the matter. Booyah. Look at that. Oh, yeah. All right, now let's go ahead and pull out the paperwork. Let's see what she's saying. All right. So y'all can see the numbers there. I'm not going to hide nothing. There you go. I'm not going to read that to y'all because y'all can read for yourselves. All right, enough of that. All right, and this, I'm going to just peek at it because it's got my name in here. Y'all don't need to know my name. But there's all the rest of the info. Boom, purchase 4/16/22. So anybody got an earlier purchase date in 4/16/22, you let me know. With date and Cyclops. I know other people have already gotten theirs with the no date versions. All right. Now, in my last unboxing, I had a couple people comment that I did not get enough close-ups of the watch. Well, this time, we're going to go and do it a little differently so y'all get all the close-ups. Matter of fact, hang on a second. Let's tilt this down a little bit more. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Oh, look at that. Man, that thing is gorgeous. Look how big them indices are. All right, let's peel this crap off. They're not crap. It's excellent protection. But while I'm getting ready to do all this, oh, good Lord. You know what? I made y'all suffer through it last time. I'm going to pause it so y'all don't have to suffer through this time. But I'm going to go ahead and go over the specs real fast. All right. So this is a 41 millimeter diameter, 20 millimeter lug to lug, 47 millimeter wingspan, and 12.1 millimeters thick. This is directly off of their website. So I actually stopped. You can see in the background there. Well, not really, but hang on. See, I bought me some new tools, some more watch tools over here on the way home. And I meant to get another micrometer because I've got one at the shop, but I need it at the shop, because I got to do stuff like shop stuff. Oh, shit. Oh, man. That matte black is just banging. A sapphire bezel, though. Wow. Oh, wow. That's so different than the OR2. Just it's like kind of recessed. It's like under a lip. Not really under a lip. It's flush, but it's just, wow. That's pretty damn cool. I didn't realize that. That's pretty awesome. Looks like the sapphire crystal is just barely raised above the actual bezel. I really like the grip on. Oh, that's got a nice bite to it. Like even my fingers, like I can feel. I can tell you right now, you could be oily or wet, covered in baby oil, and you'd be able to turn this bezel. You'd be able to grip that bad boy. Man, that thing is nice. I know I said I was going to pause it, but you know what? I lied. I changed my mind. Again, see, that's the beauty of just doing things on the fly. Unscripted, unrehearsed. Is things are more organic, more honest. All right, let's see. I knew not to cut my fingernails when this thing was coming. Oh, there we go. Got that one. Come on. Come on. Oh, ooh, the brushing on that. Can y'all see that real good? Look at the brushing. Wow. I mean, this looks identical to the OR2 clasp, except for the finish. The finish is very different. I mean, the polish and everything is just as good. Like, this is very smooth, but like that has more of a, I don't want to say textured, but more of a flat, dull presence. You know, it's not all bling blingy. Let's see. Last time I missed this one, but I found it later. So there should be one right there. I know there's one in here. Yep. But I missed that one last time. All right. Let's see. We're running out of stuff, guys. All right. I know. Next time I have it unboxed, I promise I'll stop it for this part. But, you know, at least you know I'm not messing with the video and like, going, oh man, this didn't go right. Let me redo that again. No. I'd rather just be the way it is. All right. Oh, look, it's already running. Just by flipping and flopping it around, trying to take the stuff off. Man, that thing looks good. Let's try this bezel out. Oh, wow. That is so smooth. And there's no back play. It's just, I hate it when guys do it and they spin it around and they actually kind of overshoot the click. And when they push it back, it wasn't like actually locked in like that right there. But that looks so wonderful, man. That's all lined up. You see that cyclops real good, and that AR coating. That's the sun coming through the window right there. Right here, actually. Turn that on. We open up the blind too just a little bit. Get some more light in. There, that way you can see it in the sunlight. Man, that thing is gorgeous. Alright, I tell you what, I'm going to set up the time grapher real fast. Alright, so we're back. So we got that going. I'm going to give this thing a couple of little twists and turns and do. I'll flip that bad boy all the way around right there. They say it is better to wind these by moving them versus hand winding. Ooh, look at that. Okay, it's not wound up. We're going to have to wind it just a little bit. Oh, here we go. I got to set the date and all that stuff anyways. Oh, that popped out nice. This has got a really good grip on it. Like, that is nice and beefy. All right, today is the 9th. There we go, a couple winds. You see the gasket in there. There we go, the date. Do that. Sorry about the AC machine in the back. We have the geothermal unit, and it always likes to cut on in very inopportune times. Okay, so now we're on AM of the 9th. And of course it's like 6:20. Alright. Man, this thing's so easy to tell time on. And no. Alright. Now that we got all that done, let's stick it back on here. And we can look at right, face up, which I believe is FH, or maybe crown up. Yeah, give it a minute to let it start getting its stuff together. All right, so this thing's already looking pretty good. Excuse me. Let's see what it'll do when it's going to be like on my wrist, because I wear it on my right. Very nice. It's got very respectable numbers. Everything's looking right good. Let's see. I believe that's 9. They're saying it ran -4, -5. And it's running pretty close to 0, which is excellent for me because, like I said, this is how I wear my watch. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and take this off here and let's continue looking at it now that we've done some technical science type stuff. All right, let's back this stuff out of the frame, because there we go, all that stuff's all done. So got the watch. Let's take off the other watch that I'm wearing. Let's get this thing sized up, because this is a 40. Now again, this is my Invicta Pro Diver, but 40 versus a 41. Alright. Let's see. We're gonna bust out the bracelet screwdriver again. I'll tell you what, I won't make y'all watch this again. Hang on. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm gonna make y'all watch. Because I tell you what, these things is being top notch. Now, John told me to use Loctite on the inside of the screws. I don't have the appropriate type of Loctite to put on there, so I will get some. But I am listening to you, John. Just I ain't got the right stuff, and all I got is like automotive grade, and that stuff is really thick, and I do not want that stuff all over my watch. I accidentally got some on a clutch one time when I was installing it. Just I was putting it on the bolts to hold the clutch to the flywheel, and actually glued the flywheel to the clutch disc, and couldn't get the stupid thing out of gear. I had to take the whole thing back apart just so I could get the clutch plate off of the flywheel, because it was Loctited to it. So Automotive Loctite is definitely not nothing to be playing with. That stuff is made for high temperature and all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm sure there is a specific Loctite for like watchmakers. I will get some. Man, this screwdriver is so badass just because like you got the little swivel thing up here so that you can hold it, like pressure on it, holding the screw in, and just spin it with your fingers. So sweet. And they of course give this with you with every Ginault watch, which I think is just super awesome because I mean honestly, this is a tool you'll be able to swap the bracelet with, do all kinds of other stuff. You know, now that I have two of them, I don't know. I'll maybe keep one in my actual toolbox because it is by far much better quality than the other ones that I can get my hands on, like at Harbor Freight, where I got all the other stuff. But that stuff does work, Sometimes you just got to work with what you got and what's available. I really wish my Snap-on truck had a bunch of watch tools. That'd be cool. They make really good high quality stuff. I'm more of a Matco guy, though, to be honest. I got more Matco tools than anything. But, okay. Enough about me. Let's get back to the watch. Okay, now we got it all sized up. Man, that sapphire on sapphire is just beautiful. Man, I just can't get over how gorgeous this thing is. And I mean, like, this stuff is grippy. Like, can you guys see that real good? Yeah. I mean, this bezel, like, it grips your fingers. I mean, it is hard not to be able to hold, like, make that thing turn. If you can't get friction and traction on this, then you got some problems. Like, you done burned your fingers off or something. I don't know. Like, you done, like, took off all your fingerprints. And see, there it is. I'm trying to look to the camera instead of actually looking at the watch. Boom. All right, let's get this thing on my wrist. Oh, hold on. Daggone it, I forgot a couple of things. Hang on. Oh, gotta get that glue off. Do. That's right, we got the one right here. Well, John, I hope you like this unboxing better than you liked the last one. Like I said, you should reach out to John as you know. All right, I will get all this little residue off here in a few minutes. And I'm trying to keep it on focus what I'm doing here. Man, I just can't get over how beautiful this thing is. So this actually has a slightly chunkier lug. I'll go grab the OR2, the Ocean River 2 here in a second so we can just do a side-by-side. But let me get this thing on my wrist. Ooh, that's tight. I see. I'm a dummy. Because I already knew I was going to have to back it up one slot. And that slides right in. Just like it does on the OR2. Oh, man. That thing looks good. Man, that thing is on point. Wow. And you know what? I was worried because this thing didn't have crown guards. But I think that crown's going to be just fine. That's not going to dig into me at all. Especially being a righty. I can see if you was wearing this on your left hand, where that thing would probably get you good, especially if you wear it down all the way on the bone. Man, that thing is just so beautiful. I wonder if there's any way I can get me a good loom shot. It's awfully bright out today. Don't know where in the house I could go that would be dark. Hang on a second. All right, guys. Well, here's some loom shot. I'm sorry it's not a little darker in here. It's the best I could do. But as you can see, that loom is super bright. It is absolutely beautiful. That stuff is, I mean, it's just gorgeous. And the whole bezel is lit up. I mean, that thing is bright as I don't know what. And like I said, it's not fully dark in here. And I mean, I can see this thing like, it's like, wow. Ginault has outdone themselves. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. Wow. All right, well, I'll tell you what, let's go back out to the garage. And see, like, give you an idea. That's just how bright the loom actually is, guys. I'm actually in a decently lit room with sunlight. Here we go. We're going to go into the sunlight. Finally, you can't see it. Like, here we go. I'll just step back a little bit. Oh, bam. I mean, like, look how clearly you can see my hand. You can clearly see that the loom is bright. And them big-ass indices, you can't miss that. Those are awesome. All right, so let's see. So how do you get one of these? Well, you need to go to the Ginault website and get on the pre-order. I still believe they're doing the first phase. The first phase pre-order for the no date is $1,099. With the date but no cyclops is $11.99, and it's $12.99 for the date with cyclops. Again, that's phase 1. You got to hurry up and get in on that because that's going to be over here real soon. Matter of fact, it may already be over. They may be into phase 2. I don't know. Phase 2 is slightly more expensive. I know the final retail price for this watch will be $17.99. So I suggest you get off your ass and get it done, so that way you can save yourself $500. Because even at $1,800, this thing would be a steal. I mean, it's just a deal and a half. It's 10% cheaper than a Rolex. And I mean, honestly, the only thing that I can tell or would like to see maybe different would be the 904 steel. And like 904 steel is not just a Rolex thing. My buddy that builds bulkheads is the one that actually had to enlighten me on this. Essentially, they use 904 steel, they use 316 steel, and they use galvanized steel. It's a matter of corrosion resistance. So, you know, with the 316, if you're actually going to go diving, you just need to rinse off your watch when you're done with clean, fresh water. That's really all it is. You just need to make sure you don't leave a bunch of salt and crap on there because it's stainless steel, will never ever stain steel. Do you get what I'm saying? And even the same thing with the 904, it's just a matter of corrosion resistance. The 904 is more corrosion resistant, but as he was explaining to me when they're building the bulkheads, it's literally triples the price because of the cost of the steel. So maybe that's why we are getting this at the 10% cost, because, you know, if they were to do it in 904, it would cost triple the price, which would put it right up there, right around an Omega or a Tudor. And to be honest, like I said, I was at the jewelry store yesterday. Oh, I didn't say it in this video, but I said in the video I put out yesterday. I was at the jewelry store. I went in there to go check out the Omegas and the tags, so that way I won't talking out my butt when, you know, I went to go talk about their bezel action and, you know, how these feel and how the bracelets feel. And, you know, like the tag GMT Batman and the 42 millimeter, it didn't look terrible on my wrist, but it is still way too big because, like, it literally went the entire width of my wrist. This 41 seems to fit very nice. Like, it's comfortable. You know, it's not too big. You know what I mean? You know, because I got pretty big hands. And, like, I got big hands, decent-sized forearms, and kind of small wrists. I mean, 6, 7 inch or 6.5 to 7 inch wrist kind of depends on, like, how hot it is outside. Let me take this thing back off. because I can't do this and hold it in front of the camera because John said he did not get enough close-ups last time. So John, is this close enough? Is this close enough? No, I'm just playing. Here we go. Man, that thing is so gorgeous. And the finishing on the sides and everything, the polishing, I mean, it is beautiful. And you can actually see where some of this has been kind of hand finished. And some of that's like fingerprints and the glue residue I need to get off. But this thing is just absolutely gorgeous. I think they, really hit a home run here with this one. And like I said, myself personally, I gotta have a Dayton Cyclops. I have to have that. But this is absolute work of art. It is fantastic. And I'm telling you right now, the bezels that I rotated yesterday did not feel like this. They did not just glide so smooth. And I mean, they moved fine, but they were very clicky and ratchety. The GMT actually had a bidirectional bezel, so it would go click, click, like it moved over the entire indice when you moved it. You know what I'm saying? It didn't have a bunch of independent ones. Now, they do actually have two different models of this. They have the Explorer and the Diver. This is the Diver. The Diver has 120 click bezel. Let's see. What does the other one have? I think it's a 60 click. Yeah, the Explorer version has a 60 click. Oh no, it's a 40 tooth. 60-minute crown countdown indicator. Or 120 click, 120 click unidirectional bezel. That's the two options. But I mean, wow. For this price point, I mean, this is just absolutely astronomical. I don't know exactly where he got all his skills and everything, but the man John that builds these watches, he's a master, man. I don't know what else to tell y'all. Like, anybody that's hung up on any of the stories that are out there, which I've actually read one story from a pretty reliable source that he actually talked to whoever the counterfeiter is, and he's like, no, I'm not the dude at Ginault. You know what I'm saying? He just flat out said it. No, I'm not him. And of course, but that's all hearsay. I don't know any of these people personally or never met none of them. And, wouldn't mind meeting John one of these days. I mean, getting a tour of the factory would be super cool, but just like getting to hang out with him, man, like he has the work ethic of Elon Musk. Like he must have, because like I get emails that are sent to me in the middle of the night, like 2, 3 in the morning. They're on the West Coast, so it's 3 hours behind. So, most of the time he's like, man, Ed, I was on the bench again for 13 hours building watches. Sorry it took me a while to get to you, and I'm like, John, I just sent the email like 4 hours ago. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to apologize. I get it. You're busy. But their customer service is bar none, like far better than anything and anywhere else I've ever bought anything from anybody. You know what I mean? Short of Chick-fil-A. You know what I mean? Like anybody down here in the South, we all know about some Chick-fil-A. You know about Chick-fil-A customer service. You know how they are about that stuff. That's how good John is. John is Chick-fil-A service level customer service on the watches. Now, let me go grab that Ginault Ocean Rover 2 real quick. All right, so we got the Ocean Rover 2, and we got the Silent Service. All right, so you can see there is the difference in the bezels. And to be honest, now that I'm really paying attention, I mean, this is more of a sloped kind of bezel. This one's kind of flat. So this one's at a slight angle. Like, as you can see, it slopes away. Like this one's more of just a flat one. Like this is flat right here, where that's more of an angle. This has got the slimmer lugs. This is just ever so more slightly, so it's a little more aggressive. And like I said, you got the coin bezel on this one, where this has got, man, I'm not exactly, it's like a square tooth cut design. And I tell you what, that thing, it grips so good. Like, I don't have to hardly put no pressure on it to make it grip my fingers and make it rotate. I don't think it'll move on you if you don't want it to, but what I'm saying is that if you had it on a wetsuit or oily hands or anything else, you would still be able to grab that and rotate it no problem. This is absolutely beautiful, phenomenal design. It's got the sleeve of SW200, just like this one does. It does have this different case back. Like this has got the more Rolex style case back. This has got their own thing, and it's got all the little certifications and what it's made out of and all that kind of stuff on there. It's very neat. To me, this is not a homage in any way. This is a unique design. So if y'all were hung up on this one, because it mimics all the different best qualities out of all the years of Rolex, well, you ain't got no more excuses. Get you a Silent Service. But honestly, you can't go wrong with either one. And I suggest you really try and talk John into letting you buy both. I think that's really the way to go. If you're going to get this one on pre-order, phase 1, and then maybe talk him into letting you get one of these, that would be the way to do it. Because myself personally, I don't know which one I like better. Excuse me. I'm going to wear this one for the next week or so and alternating this one in there with all my other watches, because as you all can see, like I said, I had on the Invicta today because I modded it yesterday, put it on the Glide Lock bracelet, and just when I do something new or get something new, just new shiny.